3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They begin with a carry for Powell. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's Powell. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5.
Detroit! All right, here we go. 3-19! 3-19! Gun!
Looking to throw. McCann. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. They are in a zone. Remember, folks, 4 interceptions for this defense a week ago. First drive, make it number 5.
And the focal point will be the people who pick the ball out of the air. But let's not forget, to make that happen, it has to be an excellent pass rush, terrific coverage where they are plastered to the receivers, and then, of course, taking it away, making the catch, and going in the other direction.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. But he's going to take a shot right away. This is caught inside the 15. A big play there for L.A. 45 yards. A big play like that looks familiar, doesn't it? Like we saw a week ago, reigning NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Nothing wrong with being explosive. Nothing wrong with being electric. Nothing wrong with carrying it over from the previous week off to a really, really hot start.
That's complete right around the 8. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. 2 plays, 2 catches. You have a feeling they're going to look for him early and often, and that's to be expected. You got a player of his caliber, why not?
And I think it's also a message from them to the defense that you're not going to dictate to us what we're going to do with one of our better players, because so often you hear about defenses saying we're going to take away what you do best. In this case, they're going to move him around, find proper matchups, and make sure they continue to funnel the ball to him.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. It's their quarterback scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Rams are going to take a first quarter lead. Point after here coming up. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. Now they try the right side here. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Looking to throw on 2nd down. McCann. And he's got his man on the out route. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down. McCann finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25.
And the shuffle pass to the running back goes for no yardage, but they used to call that the Utah pass, made famous by Coach Cactus Jack Curtis and his quarterback, Lee Grosscup.
Taken in at the 22. A good kick, 49 yards, just 3 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in this 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, wide open, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. And give him a gain of 37.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
A gain of 6 there on first.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to swing the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Buying time to his left. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up first and goal. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the balls are...
And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. As his guys are in for 6. And the Rams add on to their lead. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window, zings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
This will be taken in at the 1. And it'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. And now here come the Cowboys. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. That pick, his 9th on the season.
Remember when we were kids and you were playing Little League Baseball and they penciled you in the 9 spot in the order? That wasn't so good, was it?
Were you in the 9 hole?
Or you played the 9 position, right field? That wasn't so great.
That wasn't. You're picking dandelions out there.
Exactly.
But the 9 picks
9 picks, you want that in a big way. That's a great season.
Heck of a season. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on 2nd down. Just his 2nd incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
He's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Rams add on to their lead. Extra point up and through. And it's now 21-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience.
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a 1st down. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. On 1st down, McCann. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And I think the ball's out. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Off play action. McCann. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a 1st down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Watch it now, Barney.
Throwing on first down. McCann. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number one. Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number two. And they're on the move as they face a second down here. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. McCann. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that. But it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter, it's a good running back dive play.
Watch it now, Barney. Gun.
On 3rd down, McCann. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And the Rams getting set to go now. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it could be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney.
They start this with a run for Powell. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are. Figure out the things that they really want to accomplish and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
Now, a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. The Cowboys on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd down and 12. Back to throw. McCann. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. Well, you start to feel sorry now for the young man throwing the football. This is really turning into a disaster.
Listen, it's baptism. Right? This is almost a rite of passage. This young in the league, go back and find a Hall of Fame quarterback and check their records for their first 2 years, especially if they started the bulk of the games. I'll bet you'll find double-digit interceptions on just about every one of them. They have to learn as they go along.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Throwing after the interception. McCann. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
3-19.
Back. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Watch him now, Barney. Gun.
On 1st and 10, McCann, wide open receiver, complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Here we go now. Green 39.
Hey, I got it.
On 1st down, McCann. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw.
And this is going to be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
Detroit!
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Now he'll throw deep left side. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him to have 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Now let's go. 3-19.
To throw on 2nd down. McCann. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. Week after week, we're seeing plays like this from him. And I think he's in line. We've discussed it before for NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
And a big reason why, I think, is because of his ball skills. And that's something that, for guys of his position, they've talked about it for years. They've done the drills. But they've really increased it in recent seasons because of the offense have gotten so good. He knows how to take the ball away. That is huge for a defender.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
He'll drop to throw. Going underneath, it's Coleman. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Officially a minute 54 to go in this first half. We're back to the City of Angels after this timeout.
Gun!
Back to throw now on 1st down. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Marquez Valdez Scantling with touchdown number 15 on the year and second of the game. And the Rams have got it on cruise control. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. Extra point right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together. Say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you.
And now here's another interception. Picked off by Akella Witherspoon. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it. But it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, and Joe Namath. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. In for the score. And the Rams just continue to pour it on.
So whatever happened to rookie quarterbacks taking time to adjust to life in the NFL? Because this guy looks like he's been doing it for about, 7 years? 4 touchdown passes? That's not something rookies are supposed to be doing with the ease in which he's doing it.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. Oh, leaves him behind on the spin. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give him a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
4 down, check.
Set. 3, 9.
Now a play fake here on first down. And the Rams got it. They bring him down.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know, but all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver.
And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Khalil Mack. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on here to punt it away. This is taken at the 15. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just given him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total.
All right, now, look at 56.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And incomplete, he dropped it in the end zone.
Definitely worth taking another deep shot here. He's already found the end zone twice here in the first half.
Yeah, go back to that same well. They've had trouble containing him, but able to contain him on that play. They'll set up a throw. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. He'll look to throw. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. Looking to throw. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's going to be stopped here with a penalty marker on the field. I'm not sure what this is about. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused. Because it had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
A good pickup there, a 22. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a 1st and 10.
Lucky 56.
On play action, they'll throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Lucky 56.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Wide open receiver, complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Back to throw again. And oh, it'll intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
And they'll go on the ground. He fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Looking to throw on second down. McCann. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this.
And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. Now let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11.
Lucky 56.
They'll try and throw for it here. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off around the 27. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sideline, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
We got 3. We got
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. This defense figured out something in the locker room. That's 2 third-quarter picks now.
And you just wonder, did he get too comfortable in the locker room himself? His team has the lead. Take care of the football. He's putting them in jeopardy right now.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Black 99 Philly, here we go. Hold on. Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked off by a Kelly Witherspoon. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just...
And this is caught. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, 33 yards. And thanks to the interception, the Rams offense cashes in for 6. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will extend this big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Ooh, the juke. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
Hey. All right, here we go.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
Green, 39.
Back to the air on second down. McCann. And an alley to run. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the thing.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I believe a Cowboy was there to get it. He was, and Dallas will maintain possession.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
To throw on second down. McCann, incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
Throwing on third and long. McCann. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Gun, 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 gun. Over, 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 over. Watch him now, Barney, Barney.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And he'll be brought down around the 7-yard line. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here.
Gun, 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 gun.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this is incomplete.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back.
Gun, gun. Gun, gun. Gun, gun. Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll look to throw here. Steps away to his left. And he's got it. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They do get 8 out of the pitch and catch. However, It's 4th down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. They'll come out in the pistol. He can run for it, and he will. And he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle. And defensively, they were ready for that, a full-on blitz on 4th down, and they stop them short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
Throwing to start the drive. McCann. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one.
And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. To throw from his end zone, McCann. And he'll bring it back to about the 5-yard line. From their own 2, Charles, they opted to throw it instead of run it. We saw the outcome.
I think what a lot of teams count on is defenses to stack the line of scrimmage, trying to force a safety or force a turnover there. But if you've got a good defensive front, you just allow them to play the run, and everyone else stays ready, and they were, and they picked that one off.
Back to throw here. That's complete right around the 8. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Rams use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And out now come the Cowboys. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
Well, from what we've seen thus far, this is not a formula for winning football. When you have more turnovers than points scored, that's a tough way to try and win a game.
All right, now look at 56.
He'll look to throw. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. As his guys are in for 6. And the Rams use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Looking to throw on second down. McCann. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman. Then with the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles. And I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. In for the score. And thanks to the interception, the Rams offense cashes in for 6. So another score there. And often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have.
The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 53 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
Lucky 56.
4 down, check, 4 down.
Watch him now, Barney.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Get him, boys.
To throw on second down, McCann. And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 13. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right? Good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. So good field position for the Rams as they come up 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. They'll set up to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. They're going to look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep, and now here is another interception. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Throwing on 1st down. McCann. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. The 40. Past the 20. 10. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. Taking it goal line to goal line. 100 yards. And the Cowboys claw one back. Extra point right down the middle as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the 4th quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Allen Robinson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Rams have got it on cruise control. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will extend this big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off around the 27. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage. They've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
They go play action here on first down. Going for it all. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. As as his guys are in for 6. And the Rams use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go,
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Rams have got it back.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. They'll drop the throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it was real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
They'll look to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And they're going to go for this thing. They're not going to leave anything to chance. They're going to roll the dice on 4th and goal.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now back to throw. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
And now we've hit that stage of the game, partner, where one of our predecessors, one of the great commentators of all time, he used to sing in this situation when this game appeared to be over.
I know the fat lady's been singing for some time.
No, not her at all. This is one of our guys.
But she's singing, too.
Oh, she's
on, like, the 5th tune at this point.
She left Scales way behind, but he used to sing something about turning out the lights. The party was over.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. A little juke. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. What's that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
On 1st and 10, McCann going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A good pickup there at 22. On 1st down, McCann. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Throwing again, McCann. And the Rams got it. They bring him down.
That right now That's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. The Cowboys on third down. As bad as you can be. 0 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 16.
All right, here we go.
Looking to throw. McCann. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on third down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Lucky 56.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Gone, 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 gone.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And they'll get this down to the 10. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Yeah, everyone dialed in.
Gone, 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 gone. Detroit, Detroit.
Back to throw. And that one's going to be over everybody in the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. Lucky maybe that it wasn't intercepted. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? 3rd and goal, option right. He may try and run for this. 3 yards on the keeper, and it's 4th down.
This has not been a banner game for the defense, not in any shape or form, but I love what they're doing right now. My admiration for them really is jumping up. What a great stand defensively, trying their best to keep them out of the end zone.
The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. It's a quarterback sneak, and they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with it. I struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I'll guarantee you, I know who was really excited. fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
And now here come the Cowboys. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that. Coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something execute.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And that might just cement it. A return for a late touchdown. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. Now flags fly in, and one of the Cowboys looked like he got going a little early. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39. Hot.
Alert three.
Over. Hot. Hot.
Hey, Mike 20.
And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided.
Here we go now. Green, 39. Green, 39. Over. Hot.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's got a man complete. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys